a minute. It should be live, but let me just slow. Okay, we should be okay. Let me just add the info here quickly. But it's slow, like really slow. Save. Okay, so we are good. I'm gonna get the hit record here. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awakened Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And today, my dear friend Simmin Bawa is back. We were gonna do this on Wednesday, but things came up. We couldn't do it, so we're doing it now. So for those of you who are joining us live on YouTube or live here in the Zoom room, thank you so much for being here. If you're going to be watching it later on the replay on YouTube or on the podcast, please do subscribe so that you can watch all of the live shows coming up, as well as all of the shows on demand that are there for you. It is my deepest and greatest wish, desire, and intention to bring forward to you these wonderful speakers who are sharing their wisdom, their teachings, their experiences, their practices, their processes, their activations and readings, etc., so that we can all thrive and live in joy and happiness. And really, you know, what am I trying to say? Really live the best life possible that we can, right? So with that, like I said, Simmin Bawa is back with us, and we're going to be talking about space clearing to attract money, prosperity, and abundance. And so some of what we're going to discuss today includes what is space clearing, how does it affect us and our lives, how do we scan and identify the blocks. We're going to talk about 5 elements and space clearing, the traditional and modern ways of space clearing, and the relationship between your body and your space. Also, Simmin will be doing a live clearing of the consciousness occupying the body as a space. We'll talk about that. And so for those of you who may not have worked with Simmin before or have not had the pleasure of being on one of our calls before where she has been a guest, she is a professor and the head of the Department of Philosophy at Hind College in Mumbai. She is the recipient of the Best Teachers Award for 3 consecutive years, an avid researcher and an academic, currently pursuing PhD course in sexual ethics. Simmin knows more than 35 modalities of healing and fortune telling, being born a clairvoyant, clairaudient, and claircognizant, and knew from an early age that I have to contribute spiritually. She has been a practicing holistic healer from the age of 16, and Simmin's specializations are auto writing and channeling, reading and healing Akashic records, tarot card reading, candle magic, crystals, graphology, past life regression, crystal ball gazing, numerology, cartomancy, Lenormand Card Reading, Magickal Oils, angel therapy and card reading, runes, tea leaf reading, etc. So many. Like I said, 35, but I think there's more. She practices and teaches these courses. I have had the pleasure of being her student in some of these courses myself. And she has received light language as a gift from the masters for the good work being done through the automatic writing and channeling. And so it is my pleasure to bring back to you wonderful Simmin so that she can share more of her wisdom and her gift with us. So please join me in welcoming Simmin back to the show. Simmin, welcome.
Thank you so much, Alara. And I don't know why we didn't have the call that day, but I'm sure that there is some energetic reason because of which it did not happen. Welcome, everyone. And today, in particular, we're going to be talking about space clearing. This is a completely channeled tool that has been given to me, but space clearing on the whole is a very important aspect of our life. Almost everybody tries to clean their home superficially or sometimes deep cleaning in some way or the other, or reorganizing and organizing everything that is just spread around. It could be clothes which need to be put into the cupboard. It needs to be a bed sheet or a blanket which needs to be dusted off and put aside, making our bed. All of these small things. In fact, the major part of space clearing in our homes takes place in the kitchen, because on a regular basis in our kitchen, We are making changes, we are making clearings, we are washing vessels, we are washing vegetables, and after all the cooking is done, we just clean off the platform or we wash our plates and vessels. Now, space clearing on the whole, it makes us feel very, very good. When you enter your kitchen and your kitchen is clean, you enter your home and your entire space is clean, on the whole, you begin to feel very nice and good about it. But imagine you enter not your home, but somebody else's home, and you just enter and you feel everything is in a mess. And the clothes are strewn all over the place, the books, the papers, everything. Nothing is in order. That very moment, you will tell yourself, this is not the kind of space in which I wish to be. I need to be in a space that is completely clean. And very often, a lot of people tell me that when they check into hotel rooms, where there is room service available, and that there is staff which is regularly cleaning the room, the housekeeping staff, and you enter and you just enter and the room is absolutely clean, the bed is made, the bathrooms are completely dry, and you feel so nice about it. Sometimes when we enter certain spaces, it could be church, it could be temple, it could be a religious site, it could be an office space, it could be a departmental store, it could be a doctor's clinic, it could be a hospital. Suddenly, when we enter there are different types of intuitive feelings that we all pick on. For example, that there are some people who will enter the space and will feel, oh my God, I'm home. I like the place very, very much. In fact, that also reminds me that when we go house hunting, either to rent or to buy, not just house, but even office space or any kind of a space that we either want to rent or purchase, the moment we enter, if we begin to feel good, we show interest in that topic. And then we kind of look around everywhere. And if we still feel that this is the place that I want to be in, it makes me feel good, then you have to have this inclination to own that property or rent it out. And similarly, many a times when we enter certain spaces, physical spaces, and just we feel something is not right, it's not feeling nice. And in case if you're clairvoyant, if you're clairaudient, if you're clairsentient, if you're clairgustatory, if you're clairolfactory, or if you're clairvoyant, claircognizant, then you will automatically get a sense that something is not right over here, something is not great. In fact, many a times, because I can smell energy, and of course, this is a gift given to me by the masters. I can smell corruption. I can smell greed in departmental stores or in supermarkets where there is a massive sale. And that is not the kind of space that you want to be in. And space clearing, therefore, makes a lot of sense because in your space, you're not just inviting others. In your space, you're inviting yourself. Remember, in your home, in your workplace, in your office space, you are the main contributor of that particular area because you are the one who is going to occupy the space. And if you don't like things around you, one, it's going to affect you mentally, emotionally. It might also affect you intellectually. How is it that space can affect me intellectually? Because I don't feel like working over it. I don't feel like contributing. I don't feel like having all my creative juices out because of the way the space is. When I say space is messy or it's not feeling right, it's not just a matter of the mess around. I have entered spaces which are messy, but the feeling is superb. It's amazing. But that is because energy matters and everything around us is energy. In fact, it's not just energy, it is massive energy. Space clearing is basically the act of energetically cleaning your space. And you want to clean your space because somewhere you have a feeling or a desire within you because you want to manifest blessings. Now, a clean physical space can actually give you a lot. When I say clean, again, physically clean and energetically clean, it can give you a lot of blessings and gifts. But our focus and my focus in particular, when I channeled this entire course, it was only to understand in a greater depth how is it that energy can affect my space to bring in the money. In India, in this month, in fact, next week onwards, we're going to be celebrating Diwali. Diwali is the festival of lights, of sweets, of savories, of crackers. And during this phase of Diwali, we worship Goddess Lakshmi, and she is the goddess of money. She is equivalent to Fortuna in Greek mythology. And I just experimented a number of times on myself and a whole lot of people. I call them all my guinea pigs, on my friends and my students. I started experimenting on them that if we energetically shift certain certain dimensions, energetic dimensions, then do we bring in the money? Do we bring in manifestation blessings? Do we bring in a lot of bliss? Because everything is energy. Now, how is it that this energy is affecting mind space? Our thoughts are energy, our emotions are energy, our actions are also energy. And this energy, somewhere, whatever is happening in that space, the space absorbs that energy. It has the capacity. In fact, there are so many experiments done in the world wherein plants and people and trees and objects, physical objects, they are all absorbing the energy around. And when the moment I absorb the energy, that's the same kind of energy that I am emitting out. Suppose I'm very happy and I go around, I'm very, very chirpy, extremely happy. I'm passing on that energy to others such that they will resonate and they will also be in sync with my energy, and they will also start giving out this kind of a bubbly, happy energy. Energy is continuously shifting. And when we leave behind energetic imprints in the spaces, in our homes, offices, buildings, everywhere that we have visited, we have left behind a part of us in that space. Now, I may clean the space physically, but energetically, it's not cleansed by a mere mopping or a broom or a vacuum clean. That imprint is especially important because it has a direct impact on not just you, but everyone who is around. I just mentioned that I can smell greed when I go to places where there are supermarkets or malls where there is a massive sale. What is happening? The energy of greed is to grab. And then that energy that I'm leaving behind, somebody else also I see is grabbing. Somebody else is also grabbing. And that energy stays around, it lingers around. So if you walk into a room where there has just been an argument that has taken place, a very heated argument, you will begin to feel the tension, even though you were not a part of it, even though you did not witness it. You will still feel the tension in the air because air is absorbing all of that. The walls have absorbed all of that. We are all having a sixth sense. We all have a third eye chakra, which is activated at birth. And we all have a sixth sense, which tells me that I can sense people, I can sense objects, I can sense events, I can sense space, I can sense the past, the present, and the future. And you may not ever be able to see the energy physically or spiritually or intuitively, but you can feel it. We are all having this beautiful gift of clairsentience where I can feel the energy. And it's not just in one part of my body, I can feel it probably everywhere around me. Because this tense air might be everywhere. This happy air might be everywhere. In parties, be it birthday parties, anniversaries, celebrating success, Any type of party you enter and you can feel the bubbly energy around you. It's because our environment continuously gets influenced by both positive influences as well as the negative ones. And therefore, space clearing is not just a matter of dusting your home. It's not enough. We need to dust off the lower vibrational frequency, all these lower energies which are just hanging around your space. And it's not just hanging around, it's doing something more. It's pulling you down, which is not healthy at all. It drains you, it drains out money. eh, Places, homes in which taps are leaking or ceilings are cracked. These are actual energetic cracks which take away your prosperous and your money energies. So if you don't frequently do some kind of space clearing, energetic clearing, then you are the one whose energies will either get stagnated or depleted or both. And we don't want any of these in us. So, what kind of energies do we end up leaving imprints behind? Anger, tension, stress, grief. For example, if you enter someone's home where there has just been a funeral and everybody's crying, you can sense all the grief around. And that sense of grief lingers around for a very long time till they don't overcome and they start normalizing life. And the stronger the emotion, the time for which it will linger around will be longer. And this is especially true if the vibe is a low energy vibe, a low vibrational that lingers around for a longer time. Because to clean it, the finer dust, the micro dust takes more time. But yes, if this emotion which is very strong is of happiness, it will last for some time till there are people who can feel the happy energy around us. So we don't want this kind of a negative energy which is always stressing us. Sometimes there is news which comes overnight. There is worrying. There is this intense fear about finances. There are relationship struggles. And when I say relationship, most people say, okay, a couple is fighting, homosexual couple, heterosexual couple, but it's not just always couple. You have arguments with your children, you have arguments with your colleagues, you have cold wars with them, and cold war is another energy that is absorbed by the space. So these can be described best as a circle, wherein there is this energetic vibe is in the form of a loop. It keeps going back and back and it drains you. Suppose you are extremely happy and you're vibrant, you're very, very happy. You enter the space where two people have fought. Immediately, there will be a sort of a dark cloud around your aura, wherein it will impact you negatively in numerous ways, which many times you won't even be able to articulate either in feeling or in word. But in case at that point in time somebody begins to perform a space clearing ritual, then you can remove it, you can transmute it, you can transcend it, you can bring about the shift. You can literally split this energy and uplift the energy. And that is exactly what we want in our space on a regular basis. We just want, if there is going to be a loop, we want the loop of money, of prosperity, of happiness, spaces where people laugh and enjoy. Those are the spaces which are very, very well. In case if your space is not clear, it will also affect you spiritually. Imagine going to a religious place which is not clean. You're already beginning to feel eerie about the fact that there is so much of muck around, or dust around, or cobwebs around, or things are not cleaned. And if you sit in that space and you try to connect with the divine through whichever tool you are most adept with, you will not be able to do it in the way that you will be able to in a room which is absolutely plain, simple, but it is absolutely. So the energetic vibe and the shift matters a lot. And when we perform certain types of space clearing rituals or we make certain changes, I know some people would never do deep cleaning. It's always, superficial cleaning of their office spaces or their homes. But in case if there is a massive renovation which is going to take place, or some kind of structural changes, and that is when they move the furniture, they will start moving around tables and big cupboards, and then they will realize, oh my god, there is so much of dust behind all these cupboards, and let's do all this. And then when your house is renovated and you enter it and everything is back in place, if you sit in that space, you begin to feel very nice and happy. You are completely responsible and in charge and having the ability to bring about these changes in your. So actually experiencing positive shifts will take place when there is something concrete and constructive taking place. It's like you want to revitalize all this stagnant energy. A number of cultures throughout the world traditionally have had some form of space clearing. And I will be sharing certain examples which you can also try in your homes. So it can be seen that, traditionally everybody knew that space clearing is not just physical. It is at an, of course, energetic level, but you need to clear out emotions. You need to clear out differences. And sometimes when the space is clear, in fact, I'll give you a little tip over here. I had a couple who had come to me for counseling, and they were fighting a lot, but they were madly in love with each other. And the one thing that they did not like about each other was that they never made the bed, or one of them did not make the bed, something on those lines. And then I told them, okay, fine. One day you will make the bed. One day the other person will make the bed, and you'll not just make the bed, but you will change the upholstery on a regular basis. The curtains, the bed sheets, the blankets, everything will be washed, nice and clean, in laundry, nice and crisp, ironed and on. And they actually started having a better life, a better emotional life, a better sexual life, and they started feeling very happy about doing things together. But at the same time, because the energy of the room was completely clear, in fact both of them attracted better jobs and they got better promotions. So there is something about cleaning the space physically, and its effects being energetic. It's like a ripple effect. In a water body, you drop a stone and then you see the ripples. And the ripples are spreading. At some point in time, you can't see the physical shift in the water, but there is this energetic shift in the water because there is a vibe that passes through the water. Now, a lot of times, a lot of our spaces are blocked. And why are they blocked? Because maybe my furniture is very old. I haven't changed it for a long time. As I mentioned, that the taps are leaking, the walls have got cracks, the floor and the ceiling is not very, very clear. So astrally, there are these fabric of structural imprints behind them. So we literally don't want anything to be hanging around. Yes, there is a need to clear our space. Therefore, in India, in particular, around this festival of Diwali, we have a lot of changes that we do. Like before Diwali, we start cleaning up our home. In fact, I know that even before Christmas, there are a lot of people who start cleaning up the home. Before Eid, a lot of people start cleaning up the home. And there is this belief and faith that now prosperity will come in, good vibes will come in. Oh, my life is going to a change, and so on. Now, there are certain indicators that you need this kind of work to be done. In particular, because we are focusing on money. So think about it. One, your money is blocked. It's blocked because people are not paying you. They've taken services, they've taken goods, but they're not paying you back. Two, the money is there, but it's simply not shifting. And when I say it's not shifting, it's neither coming in nor is it going out. You need you need energetic shift or this kind of space clearing, because you will notice that if the money is coming in, it's quickly going out. If there are $50 coming in, I'm ending up spending $100. My credit card bills are just increasing. The money is not showing up. People owe me money. It's there in the market. People promise that they will give me work, projects, but it's not coming through. At that point in time, you will realize that things are not working out because there is a block, there is a shift, and that you need to consciously bring about a change in these. If your space is not cleansed, there will be fights. And traditionally, it is believed that a space in which there are lots of friction, fights, disagreements, aggression, those spaces are never prosperous. There is something about the energy where anger, prosperity are directly connected to each other. If there is one, the other will not come in. If there is the other, the first will not come in. And therefore, this is how you will realize that it is affecting my space and that I can identify that there are blocks. If you look at your home and if you ask your home, what is happening with you? Why is it that I'm not getting what I need? First, look around. Is your space physically clean? Secondly, is your space energetically clean? Now, sometimes because I keep on, again, whatever I talk becomes a part of my energy circuit around me. Am I talking only negative? Am I only plotting against someone? Am I only here to bicker about people? Am I not using language which is kind, wherein I treat people nicely? And therefore, there's a lot of introspection that you need to do to identify why is it that I have these types of financial blocks in this space. I know people who have been prosperous when they have moved to another location. Somehow, they haven't been able to retain the energies of those. Then they go back to the space where they originally came. I know people who have sold their homes, gone to a new home, they have lost their jobs and many issues, then they have come back to the home and purchased it or taken it on rent, and then things come back to normal for them. And therefore, that is how we will be able to scan and understand. And this type of a scanning is an introspective scan. Many a times when, and I'll give you a tool, many a times when I want to check the energy of the space for, say, some of my clients or for my family or loved ones, I just take my hand and I place it behind on the wall. I close my eyes and I connect to the energies. Of course, I have a lot of intuitive gifts. And then I ask, what is it that you want? Why is it that there is no prosperity? There is no success coming to? And then accordingly, because I have this channeled course of mine, I go through, I scan through all those tools which I have, and I bring out some. Now, usually a lot of people say, oh, we can't be doing deep cleaning on a regular basis because there is wiring, there is issues of this and that, and I can understand. But the energetic clearing can be done all the time. In India, we have a practice of lighting the incense stick. We call it agarbatti. The incense stick, and that is done in the evenings or when we pray, and along with that, there is a bell that we ring. And for a very long time, I did not understand. Okay, I can understand that the incense stick has got a lot of beautiful herbs, it's got amazing fragrance, and that is why we're using it. But why do we need to use a bell? What is the role of a bell? And that also, it's nice and loud and shrill. Sometimes I may not like it. It might trigger. I know a friend of mine. She gets a migraine attack triggered or vertigo triggered because of the loud sounds. But there must be something. There must be some reason, some energetic reason that I haven't been able to understand. But then, because I'm a channeler, With my channeling gifts, I was able to go to the spirit world, to the master spirit guides, and figure out why is it that certain things are not working out? Why is it that people are using bells and many other things? What is the reason behind it? And then I was told is because your space clearing comprises of the five elements. Look at everything is material. So if I physically clean, then I'm literally bringing in the material element. I'm literally shifting everything around. If I'm going to light an incense stick, then that too, or a candle. I love candles. I love burning candles. And I believe that they are a fantastic tool of space clearing as well. And maybe that is why when I go to the church, I want to go at a time when there are lots of candles burning. So when we do this kind of work and we try to understand that what is the role of the five elements when it comes to space clearing. So there are so many things available to us which will bring about space clearing. Just mere mopping the floor with water, space clearing. It is using the energy or the element of water. If I'm using the vacuum cleaner, what is the vacuum cleaner doing? It's just sucking out with the help of the technology that it has, the machines, is just sucking out all the dust. And this sucking out of the dust is nothing but earth element. It is also air element that is working for us. If I'm burning the incense stick, or if I'm burning sage, or if I'm burning Santipalo, or if I'm burning a candle, whatever I may be burning, it's the element of fire. We have so much that we can do. And sometimes when you just sit over there and you just meditate, or you're just praying something, or you're just chanting, then it just means that you are using space element and you are using the personal space element. And this personal space element is also something that is very important. The personal space element is a reminder that I don't only have to keep everything physically clean, energetically clean on the outside. I need to be doing a lot of work within my own self. Because if this self is happy, then the money and prosperity will also come. But yes, I know people who are absolutely clean, they're very happy, yet they are not able to draw in the money, the energies of money, big monies. It's not just money, abundance and prosperity. And therefore, a number of tools that we have within us. And these tools can be the traditional tools. For example, as I said, that in India, we ring the bell. Ringing of the bell is actually good because, as I was saying, I did not complete it. That during one of my channeling sessions, the master said, when I ring the bell, it creates sound, loud sound. And this loud sound is spreading out by way of, again, the sound waves. And sound waves are going out in space, and they are clearing the space. They are ensuring that everything, the ruffled energy is settling down. And if there is any unwanted energy, just the way if somebody rings the bell, we will be like, oh my God, what is happening? I might just shake, I might vibrate myself. But that is because that is also a reminder that if there is unpleasant energy around, we have to move it. We have to shake it. We sometimes need to give it a nice big jolt so that it's not troubling us anymore. And this kind of a jolt is therefore very much important for us. And it is important for the space. Sometimes chanting, praying, these are just so many tools available which are there for us to use to clean our spaces. But of course, any kind of sound is not space clearing. For example, there are certain types of music, and I give you an example. I have nothing against this type of music. It's just that it has that kind of an energy. For example, trance music. It's not something that is very pleasant. But if you enter a religious place where there is chanting taking place, where people are singing, where they are talking about morals and values and ethics, and there is a change in the consciousness that is taking place within the person, within the worshipper, you will sense that the energy is there's something serene about it. There is something so beautiful about it. And that is exactly what you need to be doing to clean our own physical spaces. Traditionally, people would go to religious places because those are the places which have a very high vibration. Of course, it is only of a spiritual kind. But some of these religious places are very, very wealthy. We have temples in India wherein people give huge amounts of money by way of donation. They give away jewelry, they give away their property, they give away so much. So that means that there must be some connection between the material prosperity and the spiritual property as well. Sometimes we say, and traditionally it is said, that the land by itself must be very fertile. Well, if you scan the energy of the land, then you might be able to understand and recognize that the energy of the land is a reminder for you that things are going to be, or things are working out great for you, because at some point in time there was some other activity which was taking place, positive one, whose vibrations are still there, wherein the energy, the seeds of those energies are still there, and you are the one who is reaping its benefit. Such that when we do space clearing activity, it's not just me who is benefiting out, but my family members on the whole are benefiting out of it. If I'm doing it in my office space, then it's not just me who is benefiting. All my colleagues are benefiting it. In fact, my company on the whole is benefiting out of it. So again, the benefits are like that ripple effect that I just explained some minutes ago, that I just drop a stone or any kind of a heavy object in calm water and everything feels those shifts, whether they may be visible or whether they may be not be so visible to us. And therefore, when I talk about a physical space that needs to be cleansed, it's basically the only thing that you are doing is that you are changing the flow of the energy. You're harmonizing it by clearing it. You're balancing it. And this balanced energy is to ensure that there isn't any kind of a negative energy, or it's not too much, it's not too unhealthy. For example, if you go to a restaurant to have a nice meal with your loved ones, suddenly you have somebody on our table who's very unhappy with the meal and picks up a fight and criticizes them. Everybody goes, nobody likes it. All that social interaction that was taking place, all that energy is disturbed. So here, when we do space clearing, we're only trying to harmonize it. We're only trying to balance it so that there is a more positive and a smooth flow of energy. We're going with the flow, and there are no obstructions. There are no blocks, either personal ones, because I may have contributed, or somebody else. It may be social blocks wherein somebody else has contributed. Or it could just be debris energy, wherein somebody had left this behind for all of us to reap it. So while clutter clearing is just something which is very much visible, space clearing is focusing on everything that is invisible. Energetic stress, it could be the negative thought patterns, the uncomfortable emotional charge, the environmental disturbance. Sometimes the feeling left behind is something that is very much overwhelming, a sense of being stuck or being out of balance. In fact, if you enter someone's home, and this is also true of hospitals. If you're going to visit someone in a hospital, you're already seeing that there is this smell of medicines around. that people are having discomfort, they are moaning, they're crying, they're longing to be out or to be out of this illness. And many a times, a lot of people come back from the hospital themselves feeling unwell, headache, or just being unwell. Similarly, if you go to visit someone who is unwell, you yourself begin to feel very, very bad and sad about it because energetically there is a give and taking place, a barter system wherein I take your energy and possibly give out my energy. This is also true of money. Sometimes I leave behind my prosperous energies and I take behind someone's energies of lack. And therefore, when I do the space clearing, I'm done with that energy. You are yourself a space. Your body is yourself a space. And if that is the case, then imagine the kind of energy which you are contributing towards others unconsciously, subconsciously, and also absorbing it back super unconsciously. It doesn't take much time to do space clearing. For example, when you come back from a trip and there is baggage around, there is shopping, or there are clothes which need to go for laundry. If you're just going to procrastinate, then the sparkly atmosphere is no longer sparkly. Somehow there is a very uncomfortable energy around. And in case if your space is clear, you will have a quieter mind. You will have a calmer nervous system. You will have a lot more ease in your space. More space, more lightness. Now, when I say light, I don't mean the tube light or the brightness, but lightness in terms of the energy. It doesn't feel heavy. In fact, nothing feels heavy. This lightness could amount to or be equated with a sense of joy. It has the capacity to open up new possibilities, to release a whole lot of physical and emotional clutter which you are dealing with. It could be worries about money, about blocks. It will promote health, wealth, growth, prosperity, well-being on the whole. It will help you to clear away any kind of energetic residue left behind by the previous occupants. You can sell or you can move from an old home or a workplace and even find something new which can bring a lot of blessings in your life. When you let go of all your old belongings, of this rootedness within you, there is the release of a huge emotional charge. It's like it just everything was in a state of limbo. I press one button and everything comes back to life. You will feel less attached to those negative emotions around you. You will actually be able to create a lot of sparkly and energy around you. So greater experiences, greater clarity, greater awareness, greater awakening, and a sense of peace and calm, and obviously a whole lot of money coming in. Because now all your channels which were blocked are now open. Everything is there. And therefore, when you start working towards from this kind of a space, just imagine what you are creating, what you have created, what possibilities you have left behind for yourself, because you have had this energy of space clearing with it. And just by having a lot of simple tools at your disposal, imagine what you can create for yourself. It's the 5 elements which are there everywhere around you, and you don't have to limit yourself. Now, some people tell me that, Simmin, I cannot bring about a whole lot of changes. I can't I can't burn incense sticks. I can't burn Santa Palo. I can't do this. I can't do that. Never mind. There's always the element of space, wherein your own personal space can contribute to the space of your own physical space. Many a times, if my loved ones don't want to do anything, I do things energetically, quietly. Nobody comes to know that I have done the work, but everybody reaps the benefits of the work that has been done. If there is anybody in the family who says, okay, things are not going right, or my promotion is not coming through, and so on. I ensure that I visit them. I do some kind of work for them. And I don't even need permission because I'm myself in that space. I'm myself giving and taking. So at least to protect my own energies, I will do all this kind of work such that I benefit. My channels are completely clear, and that there are many others who also benefit out of this. And we don't always have to bring about big changes. Sometimes just small changes here and there bring about so much of prosperity of health, wealth, emotions, and of course, abundance in every possible way. And therefore, this particular channeling workshop, the course helps me, and it helps a whole lot of loved ones as well. Sorry. So this is what we have. And the workshop that I'm offering is a completely channeled one, wherein there is so many options. If you can't do this, you can do that. If you want money this way, I can also help you get it that way. If you want so much, you can attract so much. You can manifest. Your wishes can also come just by bringing about those changes which need to be, the clearings which are so important. So Alara, if you don't mind, can we show them what we have on board?
Yep, let me just share my screen. 1 second here. Okay, you should be able to see the special offer page. Awesome. All right, just move me out of the way. So there's two packages, A and B. Yeah, go ahead.
So we have two packages, A and B. The first one is the workshop, the space clearing workshop, to bring about monies, to bring about prosperity of every kind. There is so much for us, and this is going to be held on Sunday, 26th. I'm sorry, it says September. We'll have to change that, Alara.
It's November.
It is November.
Yeah.
It is November. I'm sorry about that. So on 26th of November in this month, it is a 2-hour workshop. It's 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. India time. And the contents are where we will be understanding, there will be an understanding and of course application of 30 traditional and modern ways of space clearing. Live clearings will be done for all participants using 7 channel tools to clear your space with the energies of Mahalakshmi, Lord Krishna, Hanumanji, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael, Mother Mary, and Jesus Christ. The workshop, you can download the entire workshop by way of the call recordings, which will be given to all of you. Plus, I have 2 more additional bonuses. There's a special oil recipe to attract money, prosperity, and abundance. Its PDF will be given. And the second bonus is that there is a special spray that I use and a whole lot of people use. And this is to attract, and I will be sharing secret recipe to attract money, prosperity, abundance. Its PDF will also be given. So anybody who's looking for this kind of a change in their space, quietly, unknowingly, knowingly, loudly, everybody is welcome. And Alara, let's tell them what's the price of this. The benefits are immense. It's being offered at just $49. That's it. Nothing less. And the original price, Alara, can we show them the original price? The original price is $200. This is 75% off. And therefore, this special workshop is being offered at just $49 for all you special people. And this is an offer only for Alara and her clan and her people, because Alara is close to my heart. So everybody, in case if Alara is close to your heart as well, you will take this package. And we also have a package B, wherein the package B, the original value is $300, but we are giving an 82% off, and the special offer is just $55, where everything of package A will be given, the workshop, the 2 bonus PDFs, everything will be given. Plus, there will be channel messages and 7 personalized remedies for your financial growth from Master Spirit Guides, which will be sent over email to each participant. It is personalized completely, and you can use all of these 7, one of them, all of them, and a channel message as well. And usually this would cost $300, but just a very special price of $55 only.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm just looking at that myself too. It's like, oh my goodness, all those personalized remedies, they take a lot of time. So that's a really, really special value. So again, here is a brief recap of the 2 packages, package A and package B. Please do take advantage of them. November 26th is when we're having the workshop. And of course, if you're an Inner Circle member, please do use your gift code. And just, I'm just dumbfounded, I have to say, by the amount of value and then the really low price point. Thank you so much, Simmin. I really appreciate you sharing all these valuable tools to all of us, at this special price point. It's something that, it's also like in honor of, Diwali coming up next week. And so it's a very special package for all of you. And, with Diwali coming up next week, my mother already said, don't work next weekend because we have to clean the whole house. And I said, okay, because I have stuff this weekend. It's like, no, I don't have anything next weekend. She goes, no, don't do anything next weekend because it's Diwali. We have to clean, we have to cook, we have to do this and that. Okay, don't worry. So we will be getting our space ready as well physically. And of course, I will be using some of these tools to do it energetically as well.
Yes. And Alara attends almost all my workshops. I think all, I shouldn't even say almost. Alara is always there. She herself buy these packages.
I do, exactly. And the thing is, I try and attend all of them as much as I can, but it's like, because they're so amazing that you always give so much value, so many tips, so many tools, so many resources. I mean, you're a wonderful teacher. We all know that. But you're also so very generous as well in what you give to everybody. So yeah, definitely, I would highly recommend it. And the energetic space clearing is so, so vital. I mean, especially if and I say this all the time, I'm going to say it again, if you're on these types of calls every day, like you are, I know you are, some of you really need to clear your personal space, like your energy space and your physical space. It all does affect us big time. So definitely this is something not just relevant, but it's necessary. Thank you, Simmin. It's awesome. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm looking forward to the personalized remedies. I mean, when I was creating the special offer page, I didn't see that personalized. It's like, oh my goodness. I was like, all right. So looking forward to that. What do I personally need? And it's channeled, right? It's all channeled information.
Yes, absolutely. And nobody will ever offer this at this price. And this is only for Alara's show. And she knows that I've been doing this only and only for her and her inner circle. So,
thank you so much.
Alara, should we also give them that clearance now?
Yes, please.
Superb. Yes. So I have a gift for all you lovely people out there. And there is a special clearance that I want to do with respect to clearing your body as space. I'm sure you have already understood that the body is a very important space that we all occupy and that we need to occupy at all points in time. We need to be aware. We need to be conscious of what is happening. Usually we are not. Most of the times, we are not aware of what we are doing to ourselves or for others. And therefore, we need to be doing some kind of conscious work with ourselves and clear everything that is within. Like we have a bath externally. I can rub soap and shampoo and face wash and conditioners. But what about everything that is within me? And in particular, of course, I have another course of clearing oneself from within, a channeled course. Maybe we will bring that on another time. But in particular, today I want to focus on one's consciousness, because the consciousness absorbs so much from outside. Then it becomes a part of my subconscious. It becomes a part of my unconscious. And my body is occupying all this space. The energy of the conscious, subconscious, unconscious is always within me and it is always affecting me. So why not do a very short and a powerful clearing to clear the space within you and your own conscious self? So I'm going to request everyone to please close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, each time exhale through your mouth. Now I want you to focus on your body, your legs, torso, your face. And I want you to see, feel, imagine that the body as it is now, right now, has got transformed into a spiritual, institutional, organized body. Like a little building, a structure. It could be a monastery, it could be a temple, it could be a church, it could be a synagogue, it could be a gurudwara, a fire temple. Your body has just got transformed into this kind of a physical space. And there is a tiny little speck of you, like a little pea, PEA, a little pea or a bean, 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 that gets into it and just first and foremost observes the entire physical space from within. What is happening? What do you see around? Do you see muck around? Do you see dust around? Do you see huge cobwebs of unhappiness, unforgiveness around? What is it that you can see and sense? Or do you see and sense a whole lot of goodness around? Happiness and deep sense of joy around? Just observe. Don't do anything else. And start coming up to the dome. See, feel, imagine that your face is that dome. Come to the dome. And see, feel, imagine that there is a huge bell out there in this dome. And you ring it once. You ring it twice. You ring it thrice. And you keep on ringing it, such that there is only the sound of the bell and everything else settles down and goes shh, quiet. And see how you feel now from within. How is the space from within? How wonderful do you feel, or not feel anything at all? And then stop ringing the bell and pick up the nearby broom and start clearing up the space, starting from the dome. This dome is nothing but your brain, and the bell is nothing but a ringing of your conscious awareness. And this dome and the brain, the brooming of the brain is taking all that which you're holding, you don't really need, leaves you now. Broom it away. Everything that is troubling you, that is stressful, that is eating you up, that needs to leave your space. It's away now, put aside, go down to your torso, your shoulders, broom aside all the unwanted self-created responsibility of things that are not your headache, but you've made it yours. Go down to your hands, broom your hands, and tell your hands, I'm only going to be taking actions which are in my highest good. And if ever I have created something which I should not have, I'm dusting it off now. Go down even deeper into your chest and your heart and everything that is holding you back. Unforgiveness, not able to give love, not able to receive love, holding guilt, holding blame and shame. Dust it off. Dust it all off. Go down to your gut. Everything that you're not able to digest about yourself or other people is just lying around your gut. Dust it off. You cannot deal with it. Flush it out. And go back to your spine and broom everything out from your spine. All the money worries, all the ancestral beliefs, all the DNA unwanted, innate blocks about health, wealth, money, relationships, etc. Dust it off. Come down to your legs. Wherever you are unable to take actions, you only talk and dream, and it doesn't get manifested. Your wishes don't come true. You don't end up taking the actions that you keep speaking about. I want to buy a house, but I'm not buying it. I want to start a new business, but I'm not starting it. I want to launch something, but I'm not able to. I want to have a disciplined life, but I'm not able to. Everything that you are not able to, dust it off. It's so simple to clean up your space. You just need the willingness to do it. And scan your body from the top of your head till your toes. Whatever else shows up that did not show up, which I did not cover, but needs to be dusted off, please dust it off. And dust off everything. Once you have dusted it all off, again scan your body from top to bottom. How does this space, this sacred space of your body make you feel? Do you feel better? Exhale through your mouth a few times, like a or a so that all the dust comes out. It's ejected out of your system. You don't need it anymore. It doesn't trouble you anymore. And that you have made a lot of space within you. And you've made good space within you. And without shifting anything, only shifted the energy. That's it. And you worked at the deeper levels that addressed your mental, emotional, and spiritual types of clutter. And though we do clutter, or though we do clean the clutter, the physical one, but the mental, emotional is seldom done. So let's take a resolute vow today that we will be responsible for ourselves and our space clearing, not just today, but every day of our lives. And this is what will help us to move on and pursue our dreams and manifest everything that your heart wants, including lots and lots of. And that you are now ready to receive, or that you have made space for wealth, abundance, gratitude, fame, reputation, radiance, love, relationships, creativity, playfulness, health, balance, and bliss, family and community, serenity, wisdom, and self knowledge, with self awareness, career, life path, life purposes, and clarities attached to it, synchronicity between you and the universe. And all of this, and much, much more to all of you. Again, take 3 deep breaths. Each time exhale through your mouth and then slowly open your eyes. And let me know in the chat box, how do you feel? And how is my friend Alara feeling? Your aura has changed. That is why I asked.
I'm good. I'm smiling. I'm hot. I'm like sweating actually now. So definitely a shift. And I loved that ringing of the bell. Oh my God. It's like my whole system got recalibrated, and the stillness I felt was amazing. Better, lighter. I feel lighter. Prakriti said, thank you so much. It was an amazing experience, Vandana says. Yeah, and I feel like I'm glowing, like.
Yes, you are. That's why I asked you, how is my friend feeling? Because I can see, because I'm clairvoyant, I can see your energy and your aura has shifted.
Yeah, definitely. And Gail says, I feel lighter. Yeah, that was amazing. So quick, so short, so easy, right? Carolyn says, lighter, thank you. Right. So this is something we all can do and should do on a regular basis. Al says, yes, I love the ringing of the bell too. Felt like it was a deep, resonant bell. Yeah, it's just like, it's like the vibrations just went everywhere, like all through me. It was amazing. So I always love your little processes. They're always so amazing. They always make me feel so good. Definitely.
That's possibly because all of them are channeled. So exactly. I'm just the medium to bring it to all of you.
Exactly. And sometimes, these channeled processes, they are of a higher vibration. Well, not sometimes, they are of a higher vibration frequency, right? So that's why we feel so good with them. And that's why we like them so much as well. And they make a shift, immediately within us. Yeah, I loved it. Thank you. All right. Anybody else have any comments for Simmin about this beautiful process, as well as, everything else that we experienced? Hello? I hear somebody's talking.
Aló.
Hi.
No te oigo.
Did you want to say something about the process? It's not. So, of course, the workshop is November 26th, so it's coming up in a few weeks. So please do join me in it, because of course, I will be there. It'll be early for me, but that's okay. I'll be there. I'll be awake. We get up early here. And we're going to be receiving the wonderful information, wisdom, teachings, processes, and those two bonuses, personalized remedies for you. It's like, oh my God, yes, definitely. Thank you. And I could definitely use some more abundance. Yeah, why not? Right. So please do take advantage of those. If you have any questions, somebody had messaged me about wondering what the code is for the inner circle. Yes, definitely email me if you have forgotten it, and I will check and see if you are an inner circle member. If not, please do join. It's on every email, etc. Totally free. Any last words of wisdom, Simmin, for us before we go?
So I believe that this is a work that you need to be doing all the time in your physical space. Just the way I have a bath and I keep myself clean every day, the energetic shifts in your physical space needs to be done on a regular basis. It's not a one-time affair. And the workshop has so many tools that you can use all the time, anywhere and everywhere, and it's completely fuss-free work. Because I believe that everything has to be absolutely simple. Otherwise, we don't value it and we don't use it the way we should be doing this for us. So get yourself empowered to do this kind of work every single day.
Absolutely. Yes, Elaine, there's the replay. It will go out shortly via email and of course on YouTube and the podcast. Give me an hour or two, but it'll be out. And then you definitely watch it again, listen to it again, because of, to receive all the wonderful wisdom from Simmin for sure. Manisha, did you want to say something about the process, how you experienced it?
Yes.
Hi,
Hello,
Manisha.
Lara. Hi, Simmin. Sorry, I was a bit late in joining. I joined from my phone, and I'm not able to write in the chat, but I wanted to say thank you so much, Simmin and Alara, for an amazing call, amazing process, and amazing workshop. So I just wanted to thank you in person. I'm not able to write for some reason. And if I restart my laptop, then it's going to be late. But as always, the process was very powerful. I visioned, a holy place. So yeah, it's always, as Alara was saying, your processes are amazing and very powerful. I would just wanted to ask you very quickly one question with regards to lighting incense and candles. So my son doesn't let me light, as Simmin knows, because he finds that, there's a lot of things about them being toxic. Could you please throw some light on that, please?
They are not always toxic. There is the beeswax, which is not toxic at all. There is the soy wax, which is not toxic at all. But some people do have a sense that they don't want to burn these things. Well, in that case, you can use the oil diffuser. And Manisha, if you take up the workshop, I have a special oil recipe, which I'm giving as a bonus, which you can very well use, which your son should not find toxic.
Okay, because whenever he's not here, I do light my Palo Santo and all that. So I think he's got used to that fragrance of it. Because I always tell him, you know what, it's for clearing the energy.
That's
exactly. It is. Yeah. Awesome. Well, definitely join us, Manisha, and you can find out more tips that you can use so that your son is not affected as much by this stuff. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Good. Thank you. And of course, just really quickly, sometimes if you can't actually burn a candle, you can buy those little tea lights that are battery operated or whatever, right? Just to have the light. But I definitely like the Palo Santo. I like lighting candles as well myself. It's that fire element, right? But if you can't even do that energetically, visualize the light in the space in the room, right? So what we just did, with the bell, right, which was amazing. If you want to, you can also light a candle, right? Light it, as well. I mean, I do fire ceremonies all the time energetically, right? So they also work. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that because I find I do light the LED candles when I'm chanting, but I'm not sure how.
It's your intention. It's all about your intention.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. How to keep Palo Santo burning. Palo Santo doesn't burn for a long time. It's like you light it, the smoke starts coming up, and you just, wave the smoke around. You don't want it burning a lot anyways, right? You know, so I think I you know, on one of these calls, I might, once I find mine, I might show how to actually do it too, because I love Palo Santo. I don't think my mom would like it, but oh, well, we'll see. We'll see. Will the personalized remedies work wherever you live? Like if you move? Yeah, of course. Simmin, go ahead.
Absolutely. So just opt for it. In fact, because these are personalized, the ascended masters and the spiritual masters already know what you can do and what you cannot do, keeping in mind your highest good. So you will be getting what you will be able to do. Action has to be at your end. Masters will do the work at their end.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Great question. Yeah, good. All right. So I think we're done for today, Simmin. Thank you. I will edit that special offer page to say November. And do these clear the land too?
Yes, yes.
Yes, they do. Yeah, good question. We definitely want to also clear the land as well, for sure. Yeah, thank you. All right, awesome. So please do go back and watch and listen to the replay. Please do join us in the workshop. And of course, if you're an Inner Circle member, please do use your gift code. Rebecca, hi, Rebecca. Thank you. Looking forward to the class. Yes, I think it's going to be amazing. Yes. Awesome. Wonderful. All right, everyone. Thank you again, Simmin, so much. You always provide such wonderful wisdom, wonderful classes, wonderful workshops, wonderful bonuses. So I'm so excited about that. So thank you. Thank you. So appreciate it. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us today. And I look forward to seeing you. We have another show tomorrow, and then I have my DNA activation upgrade call on Sunday. So please do join us for that as well. Okay. And of course, Simmin's workshop in November 26th. We will be there with our bells and our light and everything else. Okay. Thank you so much, Simmin. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Until next time.
Bye.
May you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all so much love and blessings. Bye for now.